Minasan, konnichiwa, squishytalk.w, yokoso! Today I am in Yokosuka and it is wonderful here. There is not a single cloud in the sky and it's just truly a beautiful day. And we're right by the sea, which is perfect. Anyway, I'm excited to look around and explore. And if you like videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's get into it. So we're currently on a bridge that helps you to cross this massive road. And what's really interesting is you can see Sushiro and Saizeria, but you can see the ocean directly behind them, which I think is so funny. It's lovely here. Look at the weather, there's not a single cloud. We are now in Vernie Park, and this park is actually named after a French engineer, and apparently there's also a French garden here, so we'll be checking that out shortly. The view is fantastic. I love that you have this kind of solid area here that's easy to walk around in, but we're also surrounded by trees, the ocean, and if you listen carefully you can make out the sound of cicadas, which is a good sign that summer is definitely here already in Japan. So you can probably see behind me that there is a lovely boat that can take you out on a tour, and it's honestly a perfect day for it. There are also some jellyfish in the ocean. The ocean is really clear, so you can really easily see them. I also thought I saw some other fish as well, but then when I walked closer, I couldn't see them anymore. So I don't know if that was my mind playing tricks on me, but you can definitely see jellyfish. Another thing to mention is there is a Starbucks right here. And when I say right here, I mean that so literally. It's right on the ocean, which I've never seen before, but I imagine sitting there and drinking a nice cup of coffee and enjoying the view is a wonderful way to spend your afternoon. We are now in the French Garden, and I have to say this is so peaceful because you've still got the ocean on one side and you are surrounded here by so many different types of roses. So if you're a big fan of flowers and roses in particular, I imagine you would really love this area. It's so spacious and clean, and you can hear behind me that somebody is playing the piano and they are playing it beautifully, which really adds to the peacefulness of this area. It is absolutely stunning and I'm so happy here. It's so relaxing, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, are these tomatoes? Oh, it's hamanasu. They look like tomatoes. And I was really confused. I was like, wow, they have tomatoes here, but no, it's not. So I've just noticed that the roses are kind of sectioned off, and I've just found the English rose section. So all of the roses in this little area here are English roses, and then behind me you also have German roses. So yeah, it's organized really nicely. It's easy to find yourself looking at different roses from different countries. I love it. And obviously I love that they have English roses here. How could I not? So it looks like we found some Japanese roses. I really like this one next to me here. It's really small and cute. It's called Love Me Tender, and it's from Kanagawa Prefecture, which is perfect because that's exactly where we are. So behind me here you can see a statue of Francois Vernie, which shouldn't be surprising considering this park is named after him. So he arrived here in Japan in 1865. He was a naval engineer and he was tasked with strengthening Yokosuka's arsenal and just the naval forces here in Japan. He eventually returned home in 1876. We are now in Dobuita Street, and this is an iconic area of Yokosuka. Everything kind of looks like old American style. There are a lot of bars and restaurants along here, as well as shops that sell various different types of merchandise. There's a lot of t-shirts and things to do with the Navy, because obviously this is a famous naval area. As soon as you arrive here, you can see naval students as well, dressed in their amazing uniforms. They look so fantastic. And it's just a really unique part of Japan. It's so interesting. I like the red one. What do you think? The red one? So this is a mascot of Yokosuka, and on the plaque just underneath it tells you the origin of Yokosuka curry, which is that it originally came from the British Navy. So if you try curry in Yokosuka, it's probably really similar to the British recipe that we have in my country. Also, the mascot is holding a plate of curry. So if you weren't already tempted to try some, this should definitely make you want to. So I have Marlow pudding here, and the size of this is crazy. Like, that's big. They had so many different flavors. So the first one I'm going to start with is espresso, because I love coffee. I still can't get over the size. This is huge. And I really like the glass as well. It's real glass, and you can take it home, or if you want to return it, you can get 100 yen cash back. I'm still trying to figure out which I'm going to do. But anyway, let's dig into this one. Itadakimasu. Oh my god. Wow, that is so smooth, and the texture is very, very light, but you definitely taste the espresso in here. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I'm gonna eat some more. This is amazing. So you can see there's the caramel in the bottom. I'm gonna try and dig down for that so I can try it for you guys. Is this the best pudding I've ever had? I don't know, I think it might be. It's really good, and this is only the espresso flavor. I still have another flavor to try, but if it's as good as this, I need to get more of these. So the next one I have is kabocha, and if you guys have watched this channel for a while, you know a kabocha is absolutely one of my favorite things. And I love the color of this. It literally looks like blended kabocha. It's so, so yellow. And it's the same size as the espresso one. Massive. And I can't wait to dig in, because this looks amazing, and I want to see if it tastes just as good as it looks. Ooh, the top is a little thicker on this one. That's interesting. So you can see the texture of this one is a little bit thicker, so I'm really curious. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. It literally tastes like blended kabocha with a bit of custard with it. Oh my god. You can see the difference with the texture. This is so much thicker. You can really see how thick it is. If you are a fan of kabocha, you will adore this. Oh my gosh. I cannot even tell you which one is my favorite, because it's a completely different experience with each one. How am I supposed to choose? I love that, because the flavor really does make all the difference, and in this case the texture as well. This is so good. It's not too sweet either. It's that delicate flavor that kabocha has naturally. I know that flavor. That's cinnamon. This has cinnamon in it. Wow, what a combination. I'm so happy. I did not expect to be eating something that I enjoyed so much today. The thing is, both of them are really good, but they just taste almost like different desserts, because one is so smooth and this one's so thick. I love them both. Incredible, truly. Oishii. Meccha oishii. Wow. So between Taro and I, we managed to finish both of these. And we talked about it a little bit, and I think the general consensus is the kabocha one is slightly better, but it depends on what your tastes are. We like this one because it was a different texture and it felt like something new. Also, kabocha has just a really delicate, light flavor to it anyway. This one was still good, but this one was definitely more of your traditional pudding style texture. So if you're more into the traditional Japanese pudding, this one is definitely for you. But if you want to try something a little bit different, I'd go for this one. But overall, they were both absolutely delicious. So we are now walking along Yokosuka Kaigan Street, and it's got a very tropical vibe. I think where the sky is so blue and you can see all of these gorgeous palm trees, it kind of feels like you're on a tropical island far, far away from Tokyo, but actually we're only just over an hour away from Tokyo. And I love that about Japan. I've said that so many times on this channel, that there are so many quiet getaways you can go to that just are not that far from the capital. I love it here, it's beautiful. So we are near Umikaze Park, and right where I'm stood, there are so many fishermen. This is the most fishermen I've ever seen in one area before. And in the ocean right next to me, there are tons of jellyfish. It's actually pretty crazy to see so many. In the distance behind me, you can see Sarushima Island, and you can actually get a boat out there to visit. And apparently it's a really idyllic place to have barbecues and just explore. We won't be doing that today, but I'm definitely going to be saving that for future trips out here. And the sun is blinding. It is really, really strong, but it's such a beautiful day, and I'm going to continue to enjoy it